Hi, this is the History of Israel podcast, an Eat My Own Beat podcast. Over the coming weeks, months, and years, we'll be discussing the history of Israel. This is not a podcast to say which side is right, which side is wrong. It's not a podcast to talk about the war which is happening in Palestine. It's just simply the history of Israel. Welcome back to the History of Israel podcast. This is episode number 4. Gesher Benot Ya'akov, large Flake Acheulian from 790,000 to 650,000 years ago. North of the Ubadiah is the important site of Gesher Benot Ya'akov, daughters of the Jacob Bridge, dated to slightly after 790,000 years ago. The stone tool assemblage belongs to the large flake stage of the Acheulian, testified to the advanced knapping technique. GPY provides information on the many aspects of the life of the inhabitants. Many large mammal bones were found on the site, primarily elephants that were hunted and butchered by the early humans. Nuts and tools used to crack them, as well as fish bones, were collected. The earliest wooden artifact, a plank with evidence of polishing, was found on the site, as well as one of the earliest traces of fire use. In some of the layers, the organization of living space was observed, with certain activities limited to specific areas of the site. This has been the History of Israel podcast. Check back every Wednesday for new episodes. We're available on Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts, as well as Spotify. We also have each episode streaming on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're available on eatmyownbeat.com as well as the History of Israel podcast on Facebook.